watching this, it either is or is not Valentine's Day, which is why I'm wearing red. At our Toastmasters meeting this morning, we had to wear red or pink. I don't know what your ideas of Valentine's Day are. I know long ago it was a big deal for me, and then as the years went on, it just became another kind of special day, but not super, super special. Well, the reading today doesn't have anything to do with Valentine's Day. It doesn't have anything to do with Valentine's Day per se, but it does have to do with love. We talked this morning about Valentine's Day being more than just what you might call eros love. It was way, way beyond that. So anyway, here we are. I'm not all together right now. First quote actually is from Mantak Chia, Awaken Healing Through the Tao. And I didn't know anything about him, so I had to look it up. And this is what I came up with. He's an interesting character. He was born in 1944. And he is, let me see, he's a Taoist master. He's the creator of the Healing Tao, the Tao Yoga, Universal Healing Tao System, and the Tao Garden Health Spa Resort, located in the northern countryside of Chiang Mai in Thailand. And he's written more than 60 books on Taoist practices, and he's taught the principles of Taoist internal arts. And his books have been translated into more than 40 languages. And he views himself primarily as a teacher. So there you are. Very interesting character. One good thing about doing these readings is that I come across people I've never heard of before, and they're really interesting people. Therefore, I encourage you, when you come across somebody you've not heard of as a quote or something, look them up, because it's not just there by coincidence. There is a reason for it, and there's a reason why I was led to Mantak Chia today. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to find out. He says, maintain a calm mind and an attitude of forgiveness. Be cheerful and remain open to life. Your great task is to raise your consciousness and your capacity to love. It's sort of an extension of Jesus' message, which, if you were to sum Jesus' message up in one word, it will be love. And Ernest Holmes says, the true meaning of love is a wonderful thing, for it is the desire of the soul to express itself in terms of creation. And that's from The Essential, Ernest Holmes. And I don't know what's going on here, but this is telling me that Google Chrome quit, but I don't think it actually has. So I don't know. We will see. Hopefully, I'm still broadcasting. We'll find out shortly. And to quote the song and to quote Eugene Holden, what does love have to do with it? Well, he says, everything. Let's start with romantic love, which allows us to open ourselves to people in ways no other feeling or emotion can. That's eros love. This can be exciting and scary at the same time. It is so powerful that we have to be willing to allow ourselves to love and to be loved. When we are pulled by love, we set the intention to be vulnerable, to let others see all of us. Again, this is a good thing, and there's more. Then he says, there's a deeper love too. As Ernest Holmes points out, love, quote, is the desire of the soul to express itself in terms of creation. And he explains that. He says, in other words, love, or spirit, or God, or the divine, or the all, is the source of life. Love desires to express itself by means of you. It is love that causes your heart to beat so that it can express through you. It breathes your breath for the same reason, to express through you. He says, you, my friend, are love in action. Remember those trillions of cells in your body working together for the good of the system. If that isn't love, I don't know what is. The question then becomes, what wants to be created through you right now? As Mantak Chia says, our great task is to raise our consciousness and our capacity to love. The basic premise here is that love is the basis for everything. That when you say God, the divine, spirit, the all, love, you're saying exactly the same thing, life. So when you hear that life wants to express itself through you, it's the same thing as saying love wants to express itself through you. So it's a really simple thing. What's the message that I get from this? The message that I get is twofold. One is that I am an expression of the source of all being. That's the first thing. And that it wants to express itself through me. And the second message I get is that I need to be aware that the basis for everything is love, and I need to live my life in that regard. And that when people do wacky things, I'm going to use that term wackiest instead of other more expressive terms, my job is to forgive them. It isn't necessarily to condone the deed if it's a bad deed, but it is to forgive them. It's once again to separate the sinner from the sin, the act and the actor. And is it easy? No, but that's why we do our spiritual work, so that we can do things like that. So that's really all I've got to say. We're coming up to the weekend. Reverend Liz will be back tomorrow at 9:15. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And I think these readings, to me, are good because they cause me to think and to act differently. Because sometimes when I want to act in a not very pleasant or nice manner, I remember who I am and what I am and what I'm supposed to express. And usually, not in always, but usually that causes me to act entirely differently than my instinct would want me to act or react. In other words, I choose to respond instead of to react. And that's really all I've got. The affirmation, I am the love of God. I am the open channel of love. I am here to be love. And so it is. And usually in Science of Mind, we end our prayers with, and so it is. I'm going to end today by saying, take care of yourselves. And so it is.